This is the Best of the Week on Relevant Radio.
The story of Miguel Pro contains intense moments that may not be suitable for our youngest listeners. These include chase scenes, religious persecution, and gunshots. Parents may want to listen before sharing.
Mexico, 1927. A revolutionary regime wants to crush the Catholic faith. The sacraments are outlawed. Churches are closed. Priests and lay people are exiled, imprisoned, and executed. But a brave group of faithful have taken up arms against their foes. They are the Cristeros. Serving them and the Catholics remaining in Mexico City is a young, newly ordained Jesuit priest. This is the story of Miguel Pro.
The Saints. Adventures of Faith and Courage. Miguel Pro. Episode 1, A Son of Loyola. Listen to all the episodes and discover new shows at thesaintspodcast.com.
Don't worry. The doctor will come back soon, Papa. Here, drink some water.
I'm tired, Maria. So tired.
I know. You need to rest.
Have you found a priest yet?
I'm looking, Papa.
I need a priest before I die.
You're not going to die today, Papa. Here's my rosary. Pray. Ask the Virgin of Guadalupe for help.
Gracias, Maria.
I'll be back shortly. I love you.
He's still going on about getting a priest, huh? I've never known Papa to want anything to do with clerics. He hates the Catholic Church.
Well, he's never been on his deathbed before, Arturo.
Where are you going?
If Papa wants a priest, I'm going to find him one. I have friends who host underground masses. You remember Josefina, right?
But it's illegal, Maria. You know the penalties. We could go to jail or worse.
We'll just have to risk it. He needs last rites, Arturo.
How could God not allow Papa grace? He knows the situation we face in Mexico.
Perhaps God would forgive Papa. But what would he say to us, knowing that we could have done something? Now, are you coming with me or not? I have a priest to find. Vamos.
I'm looking for a Senor Pro.
I'm here, Juarez.
You're Miguel Pro?
Unless there's someone else in the jail with the same name.
Come along then. Quick now. Quiet, you lot. Right through this door, Senor Pro. General Cruz and Detective Valente request your presence. You were the one singing hymns last night, weren't you?
I was leading them.
I heard La Guadalupana.
The Guadalupan lady, yes.
My parents would sing that to me all the time.
Mine as well, Juarez. You should have joined us last night.
I would keep quiet with such hymns if I were you, Senor Pro. Do you remember the courtyard on the left side of the station? You can see it when you walk through the main entrance. Many Catholics have been executed there. Senor Miguel Pro, General Cruz.
Thank you, Juarez. Good to meet you, Senor Pro. Have a seat.
Thank you.
I'm General Cruz, and this is my associate, Detective Valente Quintana.
Detective?
Much obliged. You'll have to forgive him. He's a man of few words, unless you have information he wants. Do you smoke cigars?
If I have something to celebrate.
These are provided by the detective, his favorite. El Caletre cigars. See the skull they have on their band? That's their trademark. Take one if you like. You may be celebrating your freedom soon.
The detective has good taste. These are excellent and hard to find. Once I know I'm truly free, I'd gladly partake.
Fair enough. Detective?
Senor Pro,
2 nights ago, you were arrested at Senora Josefina's residence. Did you receive sacraments there?
No, I did not receive any sacraments.
Really? That's not what one of her neighbors told us.
I cannot speak to what they told you, Detective.
Then what were you doing at her home that evening?
We were celebrating her birthday.
How do you know Senora Josefina?
Her family and mine have known each other for years.
Does the name Cocol have any meaning to you, Mr. Pro?
Cocol, the sweetbread.
Si.
Of course. My mother used to make it growing up. It was my favorite.
There's a priest that goes by the nickname Cocol. We know him to be very active, providing illegal sacraments to faithful Catholics in Mexico City.
What a silly name for a priest.
What he lacks in creative nicknames, he makes up for in his ability to avoid capture. We've heard reports of him dressing up as a mechanic, a taxi driver, even a police officer. One report claims he has a picture of himself smoking a cigar in front of President Calles' residence.
A regular jokester. Priests are usually quite serious.
It's no laughing matter. This Cocol is a criminal who stokes rebellion against our government.
President Calles is keen on catching these rebel priests, Senor Pro. And we believe this Cocol is key. If you hear of anything that might lead us to him, report it right away.
Clerics are hard to come by these days. But I'll keep my eyes peeled anyway, General.
Good. You're free to go.
Gracias. Adios, gentlemen.
Charming young man. I hope for his sake that he's telling the truth. You and Juarez will follow and watch his movements?
Si, General.
Good. Keep me appraised of any suspicious activity you find.
I will, General. You won't be disappointed.
Miguel! Miguel! Come quickly. I have a taxi waiting for you.
Humberto? Brother, what are you doing here?
I came to bring you lunch from Anna Maria, but they wouldn't let me in. Then one of the guards told me you were to be released today, so I waited. My taxi driver, Julio, stayed with me. He's a friend.
I had no idea I'd be chauffeured home today.
Here's your sandwich. I nearly ate it while waiting for you.
Gracias. Ana Maria's cooking is no small temptation.
We can talk freely in front of our driver, Julio. He is a friend.
Viva Cristo Rey, Padre.
Que viva Cristo Rey. Long live Christ the King.
So, tell me what happened. They raided Josefina's house.
The police showed up banging on her door, yelling about sacraments inside. Someone must have snitched. Fortunately, they found no proof. I had already distributed communion.
What about Josefina?
They arrested her too, but let her go this morning. They were looking for one priest in particular. Can you guess who?
Cocol.
Exacto. Imagine that. They were looking for me and I was right in their clutches. Praise God I was able to answer their questions without telling a lie.
Is it strange that they let you go so easily?
I don't think so, Umberto. Even though Calles' men have committed terrible crimes and continue to do so, they still want the illusion of reason. Where's your car, by the way? The black Essex. I was surprised to see you had taken a taxi.
I sold it to Luis Segura. I figured we could use the money.
I thought Luis was going south to take up arms and join the Cristeros rebellion.
They had a special mission for him here in Mexico City. Supposedly very important. He's been trying to enlist my help.
Julio, can you make a left on Los Arboles? It will be right up here.
Sí, Padre.
Gracias. I want to stop in and let Padre Carlos know I'm safe.
Why do you have to tell Padre Carlos everything?
He's my superior.
Still, the constant check-ins is like having another parent.
Umberto, I can see why you decided against the religious life.
What house were you looking for, Padre?
You can drop me right here and I'll walk the rest of the way. It's not far.
Are you sure you want to walk home? It looks like it may rain.
It will feel good to stretch my legs after 2 days in jail.
Whatever you like, I'll see you later. I'm glad you're back safe.
Adios, brother. Padre Carlos, are you there? It's Padre Pro. Padre Carlos?
Miguel, is it really you? Come in quickly. They let you out?
See, they found no evidence of us celebrating Mass.
Thank God. It only gets more dangerous, it seems. I hear of a new execution every week.
There have been many saints added to heaven these past few months.
Did they hurt you, Miguel?
If by hurt you mean not give me a mattress, then yes. If you mean torture tactics, then no.
This is great news. You're very lucky. And the fact that they still don't know who you are. Wow, increíble. A gift from God.
I know. I can continue administering the sacraments to the faithful unabated.
I've been wanting to talk to you about that, Miguel. Most especially with this recent arrest and the way things stand in Mexico.
What is it, Padre?
I think it's time for you to leave the country.
You want me to flee?
I want you to hide. I know a few priests and nuns who are leaving the country on Friday. You could be safely in Texas by next week.
You know my answer, Padre Carlos. I cannot abandon my post. There are so many who are in need of spiritual nourishment, most especially the sick and the dying.
I don't want you added to the number of priests killed, Miguel. You're young. You still have your Jesuit training to finish. There will be life after the persecution.
There are precious few priests administering the sacraments in Mexico City as it is. You've just told me of more leaving.
They leave because it's almost certain death to stay.
Even so, when the sons of Loyola fight, they cannot turn their backs at the first gunshot.
That sounds reckless, Miguel. Almost like you're seeking martyrdom.
Forgive me. I only wish to serve. The rest is up to God. If you order me into hiding again, of course I'll obey.
I won't stop you if you truly believe this is His will, Miguel. But I charge you to continue to use caution and prudence. One false move and you'll find yourself staring down the barrel of a gun.
Hello? Anyone home?
Miguel, you made it! We were so worried!
Worried? What for, Ana Maria? Didn't Umberto tell you I was safe?
Of course I did, Miguel. But you know how our sister Ana Maria is.
Umberto didn't bring you immediately home like he was supposed to. It's 1 a.m.
Miguel insisted he had to see Padre Carlos.
You need to be more careful, Miguel. And you need rest.
I'll sleep when I'm in heaven. I hear they have excellent beds there.
It's nice to see you outside of General Cruz's jail cells, Padre.
Josefina, you here as well?
Yes. I was visiting with Ana Maria when Umberto came home and gave us the good news.
How are you? I was relieved to hear that you had been released.
Yes, they let me go. Thank God they found no evidence of Mass.
What did Padre Carlos say, Miguel? Is he ordering you into hiding again?
There are some priests leaving the country by the end of the week. He's worried for my life and wants me to join them.
But there are hardly any left as it is.
I know. Fortunately, Padre Carlos is merciful and decided to let me continue God's work. At least, for now.
I don't get it. How could this priest be such a coward when there are men like the Cristeros fighting for our freedom? Men who are dying on the battlefield, trying to overthrow this terrible regime. And he hides inside his apartment and orders others to hide. It makes me want to join the Cristeros myself.
Don't be so quick to judge cowardice or heroism, Umberto. Padre Carlos is only doing his job as my superior, and he's right. There is a great danger to us all. I would not blame any of you if you wanted to step away from this. You especially, Josefina. You've done enough work and helped so many over the last 14 months. The danger will only grow from here.
Nonsense, Padre. I already have a new address for us to gather for sacraments. I'll be moving there in the morning.
Where did you find another house?
My papa owned 2 homes in Mexico City, remember? The second one is right by Chico's Bakery. It's the first row house on the corner. We can resume communion stations tomorrow evening.
If there are still faithful who are in need and willing, then I will be there.
Wonderful, Padre.
can't see anything. It's too dark.
Could it be the police?
We're looking for Cocol. We're in need of his services.
They're looking for you, Miguel. Who is it?
Maria Valdez and my brother Arturo. I was told Josefina would be here too.
What did she say?
Maria Valdez. She said she knows you.
Oh, Maria, let her in. She's a friend. Maria!
Josefina!
Come in, both of you. What brings you here?
I went to your house looking for you. We need a priest for Papa, and your housemaid Laura told us where you were.
She told you where I was?
Oh, you mustn't be angry with her. She recognized me from Mass, and I was very intent on finding you. Do you remember my brother, Arturo?
Yes. How are you?
As well as I can be, under the current circumstances.
Padre, come over here. This is Cocol, or as we know him, Padre Pro.
Great to meet you both.
You're a hard man to find, Padre.
I like to keep it that way, at least for the Federales.
What do you need from Miguel?
Our father is in need of last rites. He's dying.
I'm so sorry to hear it. This must be a difficult time.
It is, but the burden would be lighter if our father could be reconciled to the church.
Our father is General Valdez, a friend of the Revolution. He hasn't been kind to Catholics.
Even so, he very much wants to be seen by a priest. He's been asking me for weeks.
Write your address down here. I can come first thing in the morning.
Miguel? Josefina? May I have a word?
If you'll excuse us, Maria. Arturo.
Josefina, are you sure this is safe? How well do you know Maria?
Well enough. She would never coordinate with the authorities.
Her father is a revolutionary.
Exactly the man we're looking for, Umberto. A man in need of grace.
It could be a trap, Miguel.
So, we will entrust it to Our Lady of Guadalupe and the Sacred Heart. And take the necessary precautions.
You may want a car. It would be an expensive taxi ride with how far their house is.
Umberto, can you ask Luis for a ride?
I suppose. Although I don't know how happy he'll be knowing that we're helping one of the enemy.
Luis would most certainly help. He'd be perfect. His house is not far from there.
Can you get him here by morning, Umberto?
Yes, I can. But I don't like it.
Don't worry, brother. I will tell Maria and Arturo 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So, God's good work, less than 12 hours out of jail, begins again.
How long must we stay here, Detective? I'm soaked completely through.
Quiet, Juarez. They're coming out.
Gracias. Muchas gracias. So that's it, Arturo. Cocol will come tomorrow to see Papa.
I still don't like it.
Oh, stop worrying, Arturo. It will be fine.
Did you hear that, Detective Valente? The priest will be showing up at their house in the morning. Do you think Miguel Pro is Cocol?
We'll soon find out. The morning is not too far from now. You follow Maria and Arturo. I'll go inform General Cruz and prepare reinforcements. Whoever this Cocol is, we're going to catch him in the act and finally arrest him.
Hi, this is Peter Atkinson from The Merry Beggars. Tune in to episode 2, Unexpected Visitors, to hear the next installment of Miguel Pro. Listen to all the episodes and discover new shows at thesaintspodcast.com.
The Merry Beggars is the entertainment division of Relevant Radio.